paddle surfing was originated by the Hawaiians. More recently, it's become popular. Guys like Laird Hamilton and Dave Kalama started to kind of do it in little waves, and they got really into it as a way to, go out when the surf was small. On Nantucket, we have a lot of small surf, so it's actually, a good place to do it a lot of times. The one thing about the paddle boards is they're a lot wider than a normal surfboard. They're big, wide, thick boards so that you can stand on them in flat water fairly easily. Most people, when they're learning, it's kind of easy to just have more of a parallel stance. So you'd stand kind of in the middle of the board and just paddle across the board like this, and you actually have the paddle so the flat part, so it's actually this. You can see it has a slight angle to it, and you want the angle forward. And then, as you take it into surf, then obviously you're going to want to change your stance a little bit. I find that, a slightly staggered stance is going to give you a little bit more balance, front to back. Now, once you start riding the wave, you can actually use the paddle to your advantage. For example, you catch the wave, and maybe you go to turn. I might put the paddle in the wave and lean against the paddle as I turn the board. Like, the paddle really becomes an extension of your body. So when you're surfing, oftentimes you'll use your hands. As you're turning, you'll put your hand against the wave and maybe lean into it. And so all of a sudden you're, instead of what you have in your reach of your arm, you've got the reach of your paddle. The stand-up paddleboard industry, it's really, I think, the only part of the surfboard industry that's really kind of growing and doing well right now. I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot more of it in the years to come.